Welcome back, mi amigos. Let's talk about some holster options and ways to carry the ever popular Ruger LCP II. In my opinion, the best pocket pistol on the market. There's all sorts of ways to carry it: inside the waistband, outside the waistband, pocket carry, back pocket, front pocket, ankle, boot. Some people even like that appendix carry, but as far as I'm concerned, I subscribe to the theory of don't point your Glock at your... I just don't do it. Bothers me. Too much going on down there in the happy region. I don't want to mess with it. But to each his own. But I've been carrying the LCP for, 3 or 4 years, and then I've got this one here about 13 months ago, the LCP II. So I've been carrying these little small pistols here for 4 or 5 years. I really like them, and as you can see, I've purchased a lot of different ways to carry them safely. On top of that, the wife carries a Glock 42. Don't hold that against her, but she's got different ways to carry it too. I'm going to share that with you too, because it may cross over into something you might be interested in. So let's just kind of go around the table and see what we got. Let's look at some inside the waistband holsters. This is a little Uncle Mike's here. This is actually for Barbara's Glock 42. It's going to be the same thing for the LCP, just going to be a little one size smaller. These are inexpensive holsters. They are pretty well made, and they're extremely comfortable if you want to carry something inside the waistband. Now, Barbara does tend to carry appendix, and that's just the way she likes to do it, and she thinks this is super comfortable. Of course, my wife, in addition to her being extremely beautiful, she is in very good shape, so she can carry appendix, whereas somebody like me, who doesn't have 5% body fat, might have a little different result with appendix carry. So Uncle Mike's, check those out. Like them pretty well. This is something that I used to carry my old LCP in, and this is a Galco tuck version. The TUC 436 is what this one is. And a couple things I like about this if you're looking for an inside the waistband holster. Number one, it's leather. A lot of people don't carry leather. They just use other products, but I like leather. The other thing is that this has, you can see this form here, this shape is great, because if you have to draw your pistol inside the waistband, usually this is going to collapse, and it's kind of hard to reholster, and but not so much with this one. Another good thing about this little holster is it is tuckable, and what I mean by that is you can wear it inside the waistband and still tuck a shirt in with it. So it's deep carry. Your shirt's going to tuck in right here, belt's going to go through here, and the only thing you're going to see exposed outside is just that little bit of lip there over your belt. So this is not a bad little choice here. The only thing about some of these inside the waistband holsters is there's not very good retention there. So just understand that. You're not going to have a whole lot of good retention with something like that or something like this. Now this was the Goat Mumbler's attempt at boot carry. No, didn't work out really good. Not a fan of boot carry, but there are holsters out there for it. My absolute favorite way to carry this thing is in a pocket holster for a pocket pistol. My favorite go-to holster is my DeSantis Nemesis. I really like it. It does have some shape to it, which I really like. This one here is probably 4 years old, and it has a dimpled, rubberized texture to it. All your pocket holsters are going to have a texture to them on the outside, so it will create some resistance against your pocket material when you're trying to pull it out, and it will stay inside the pocket when you're trying to draw your weapon. The other thing is that all these are going to have some sort of, this one is more drastic on this one than the other ones, but it's going to have this loop here, or hook if you will, and what that does is when you're drawing it out of your pocket, and if it does stay with your weapon, at the end it will grab the end of your pocket and stay inside your pocket just like that. Same for the Ruger, same for the sticky here. Now if you purchased the LCP II brand new, you got one of these in the box, which is great because usually Ruger is shipping along a lock that you'll never use, along with one of those stupid little, you know, vinyl black zippered bags that you just throw in the box in the closet and never use again. But they give you a pocket holster for your pocket pistol. Completely covers the trigger guard and the mag release. Once again, it has a material that is soft, pliable, and is also going to create some resistance when it goes in the pocket. I keep this one in the console because I carry my gun a little differently during the week, and if I jump out for lunch, I transfer it from one area to this and throw it in my back pocket. Works really well. Sticky makes a lot of holsters, and this is their pocket holster. This is the MD1, and the name implies that it is sticky. In other words, it'll stick inside your pocket when you're trying to draw your weapon, and it doesn't come out with your weapon. They are pretty good quality, I think, and Barbara uses this one sometimes for her Glock, but you know, not all the time. She's more of an appendix carry person these days. How about Kydex? Well, I've been thinking about Kydex for a few months, and I've been going to the gun shows, and there's usually 3 or 4 holster manufacturers, name brand holster manufacturers, and I looked over all their stuff, just wasn't super impressed. Then there's usually 1 or 2 guys that are doing custom Kydex holsters right there while you wait. Just about all of them have a lot of things I don't like. They'll have a plastic clip. They'll have a clip that is really not adjustable. It'll be 2 pieces of Kydex sandwiched together with a bunch of rivets or something like that. Or they just plain look cheesy. When I decided to go Kydex, I came across these guys. This is made by Vetter Holsters out of Florida, and it kind of had everything I wanted in an inside the waistband Kydex holster. Number one, we're looking at 80 thousandths Kydex, 1 piece folded over. It has a nice, good retention metal clip. It is 3-way adjustable as far as the ride height is concerned. It is also tuckable, which means I can put it inside the waistband and tuck a dress shirt in. No one's going to see any different. And the clip is adjustable in cant, 30 degrees this way, 30 degrees that way. So if you're a guy that carries yours on your hip, say at 3 o'clock, you might want it straight up and down like this. If you're an appendix guy, you might want it canted a different way. But this one is highly adjustable. And I also like this retention washer they use. It's not like a regular rubber grommet or an O-ring. It's a squishy balloon type washer in there, and you can really fine-tune your retention to just the way you want it. So if you're looking at Kydex and inside the waistband holster, I would have to recommend this Vetter one. And I'm going to do a full review on it the more I carry it. I've been carrying it now for a couple, 3 weeks. So far I'm pretty happy. Now it is winter time here, and so inside the waistband means I've got it against a t-shirt. And since I'm not one of those skinny hipsters with 3% body fat, during the summer without a t-shirt it might bother me somewhat, but we'll just have to see. So far I'm pretty happy. Kydex, if that's what you're looking for, I think you need to consider looking at a Vetter holster. Now there's one other thing I want to show you. I don't have it for my LCP, but I do have it for its big brother, the LC9S, and that is a Nate squared holster. This is probably the most comfortable holster I've ever worn. Day, night, summer, winter, whatever. I really like this holster. I made a mistake when I bought this. Rather than buying the polycarbonate, or as we call plastic, form-fitting for your particular gun. Other than that, I love the holster. The gun doesn't touch you anywhere. It's sweat resistant, and I think I'm going to order another one for this gun, but in this without this collapsible material. The reason why is when you have it inside the waistband and you draw it, it immediately does that, and it's hell to reholster. It's, you know, you're fumbling around and everything. So if you're trying to practice your draw, you're going to be very discouraged trying to use this holster with it. Now I'm thinking about getting one for the LCP II, and it will just be less material all the way around. But I'm really working on the inside the waistband Kydex. That's kind of the way I'm leaning right now. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you. Now, this is a system that the wife uses. She runs exercises every day, and she carries that Glock 42, and she carries it in one of these. Thunderwear makes one. This one is Undertech Undercover. These are kind of unisex. I know some guys that are runners that wear this thing, and she sweats quite a bit, so she carries two of them, keeps them in rotation. But your gun just goes in here, stays close to your body. It doesn't move around, believe it or not, and you can carry extra magazines over here. Just to let you know, I've safety checked this thing. There's nothing in it, so don't freak out, Safety Sally. But it rides right in your belly. It doesn't move, it doesn't flop, and she's been wearing this or one similar to it for probably, I'd say, 3 years, and she absolutely loves them. So this is not a bad option for, you know, guys that are runners, athletes, something like that. You still want to carry a weapon with you. I mean, we've got a hog problem out here, so she's been running into hogs out here in the mornings, and also some kind of strange dudes too. So she always carries a gun, but this works really well for her. Don't discount something like this if you're an active person. Now, it's just us girls here. We're amongst friends, but there's something that we all have to admit. At one time or another, we've all bought an ankle holster. You know what I'm talking about. You walked around a gun show for a couple hours, didn't buy anything, then all of a sudden it hits you. Hey, I don't have an ankle holster. So you run over there and you grab one. Of course, this is a WRB product, our local guys here. Nothing special about this. This was for my old LCP, so it's a little smaller, but you kind of get the idea. You know, the only thing I don't like about ankle carry, well, there's a couple things actually. Number one, you can't draw fast from it. You just can't. The other thing is every time you swing a leg, you know you got something down there. It just moves around. Not much retention. Now, I know there's some really good ankle rigs out there, and law enforcement guys that are wanting to carry a secondary weapon, a lot of times they'll go with an ankle rig, but it's just not my cup of tea. But I just want to let you know that, yeah, I've done it, and it's okay to admit it. So we can go with that. So how do I carry mine? Well, here's what we do. During the day, usually, just because of the nature of my business, I carry this 511 bag. This is not a man purse. If it was, it would be Italian leather. And inside here we have this nice Velcro area here. Well, the WRB guys hooked me up with a little holster here. That's the hook part of the hook and loop, which is Velcro. I set it in there. I can adjust the height, the cant, or whatever. I've even got places for extra magazines, and that's where it rides. So that's how I do it during the day. If I jump out at lunch, I want to carry it in with me somewhere. Just take my spare Ruger pocket pistol holster I keep in my console, and I carry that. So lots of ways to do it. I mean, lots of different pocket carry items. I mean, hell, if you're a guy like Hickok 45, hell, you can carry this in your front pocket and never see it with those big old pockets he's got, or, you know, say Obama with those mom jeans he wears. You know, you're not going to see him in there either. But there's lots of ways to carry it. There's no perfect way. Just find one that fits for you. But this is how I do it. So let me know what you think. If you got any ideas, pass them on. Don't forget to give us one of these if you liked our video. Hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends. So until next time, you guys be safe. See you down the road. Adios.